Dive in with open mind and hearts and make the most of this opportunity.
I, Brian Peter, Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Technology and Management.
And I, Ritika Singh, Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Technology and Management, Sri Balaji University, Pune, will be your masters
for today.
We will ensure that every aspect of this event unfolds seamlessly and with utmost enthusiasm.
We would like to welcome you all to our 23rd corporate session of listening from the corporate leaders. Our guest for today is a remarkable individual who makes an impact through his journey. It is indeed an honor to have Mr. George Cardoz, sir, who is a true corporate leader and a visionary.
We would also like to extend our greetings to our Chancellor, Sri Balaji University, Pune, Professor Parmanandan Balasubramaniam, sir, Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. G.K. Shirude, sir, and to all senior directors, directors and deputy directors, faculty members, and to all our student managers. Our Sri Balaji University, Pune has also vibrant ecosystem that nurtures entrepreneurship, and through our interactive sessions with corporate stalwarts, we groom ourselves for challenge in the outer world.
Discipline, dedication, determination are the three values on which Sri Balaji University Pune provides career-specific contemporary education with a strong emphasis on practical training and overall development of the students.
We are very proud of our constituent institutes, namely Balaji Institute of Modern Management, BIMM, Balaji Institute of Technology and Management, BITM, Balaji Institute of International Business, BIIB, Balaji Institute of Management and Human Resource Development, BIMHRD, Balaji Schools of Art and Sciences, Balaji School of Law, which produced exceptional student managers.
The prestigious Times of India B School Survey has ranked Sri Balaji University Pune as top 12 B schools in India and ranked 4 among private universities. Sri Balaji University is known for its 100% placement records, as more than 300 companies visit our campuses for internships and placements. The intense grooming and the maximum learning hour record has enabled our student manager to emerge as leaders in the corporate world.
On this gracious occasion, we fondly remember to our founder, late Professor Dr. Colonel A. Balasubramanian, sir, for his vision to impart quality education to the youths of our country. May I now request our student managers, Mr. Vanshit Sadana and Ms. Chavi Jain, to felicitate our guest of honor.
Thank you, Vanshit and Chavi. May I now request our student manager, Mr. Abhishek Chaudhary, to introduce our guest.
Thank you, Brian. I, Abhishek Chaudhary, student manager at Balaji Institute of Technology and Management, Sri Balaji University, Pune. It is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce our esteemed guest today, Mr. George Cardoz, sir. Mr. Cardoz is the driving force behind the human resources and talent acquisition functions at Forbes Marshall. With a proven track record of building high-performing team, he excels in crafting talent management strategies, driving HR automation and digitalization for process optimization, and enhancing HR business partnering to achieve organizational objectives through an organizational development approach. With nearly 28 years of extensive experience in corporate sector, Mr. Cardoz's career spans almost 3 decades and includes significant contribution to renowned organizations such as Fujitsu Consulting, Spansion International, and Forbes Marshall. His diverse background has endowed him with the profound understanding of people management and organizational dynamics. Mr. Cardoz holds a bachelor's degree in commerce specializing in accounting and finance. Furthering his academic pursuits, he earned a master's degree in personal management and personal administration. He also holds HR degree from IIM Ahmedabad. Please join me in welcoming a distinguished expert whose leadership in HR has profoundly transformed the landscape of talent management. Sir, the stage is all yours. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening. उतना ही है बस oh my God, yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Balaji Institute, all the distinguished staff here. It's always a pleasure to be here, and you, my dear friends. I wish you all the best. I know you're embarking on your journey now, but I know you have taken a very informed call. And I'm here to learn just like you. Sannata kyun hai bhai? So I'm going to have a very interactive session. I have two objectives. One is to learn, another one is to share my experience and thoughts with you. I hope that's okay. I'm also been warned by your faculty that this is the most smartest group that they've had in the last 5 years. So I'm going to be on my toes, and maybe I'll have to come down also, because to make it more interactive, right? Are we all game? Oh my God, I like that. So, I had this record of, and I should agree and admit, this is the fourth time I'm running this slide deck, okay? And the last time I did this, it ran for almost 60 minutes. And the least has been for 40 minutes. You know what it means? I have to do minimum for 40 minutes. And you all have to do minimum for? तो फिर जीत जाएगा क्या? कैसे? Okay. So, no, management. I'll just need the slide. Okay. While the setup is going on, any pre-questions? Let me see. किसमें कितना है दम? है कि नहीं? Mics on the floor. कुछ questions है कि नहीं? Yes. No? Balcony वालों. You're a lucky guys here, sitting in the balcony. Okay, I think we are set. Great. So what I'm going to do today is, share with you what is going to be probably there in the market, in the industry for the next couple of years. And having been warned that this is a smarter group, I know that you all would be knowing most of the stuff that I'm going to share here. And what do you think we get to learn from smart people? More knowledge. Yeah? So please share your thoughts and please ask questions in between, before, after, anything. I will try to answer. So I'm not saying that I have all the answers. It's a disclaimer again. Right? So I'll try to definitely answer the questions that you have or queries that you have as much as possible. So here we go. Yeah? Upskilling, reskilling for future. Do you think it's required? Why? एक एक करके यार, एक हाँ. relevant. Okay. Okay, before that, in my session, there are no wrong answers. There are no wrong answers. So anybody who speaks anything is right. Because one of my fundas and my mantras is, there's nothing right or wrong. It's only the perspective and the perception that you all carry. Right? Got it? You can write it down and say, this is by George Cardoz. Nothing is right or wrong. It's only the perspective and the perception that we carry. Great. So, we are living in interesting and challenging. Interesting तो challenging क्यों हो सकता है? I'm just timing myself. Interesting तो challenging क्यों हो सकता है? I didn't hear, sorry. Sorry. But how can interesting be challenging? Okay, let's take an example. Food is interesting. What food is interesting for you? Burger, pizza, momos, okay. Can it be challenging? Okay, what else? Okay. You go to the hotel and order. All this process is gone. Then what? Not good, okay. It's your choice. Yes, correct. So the multiple options that you have with the interesting things makes it challenging. Right? Like ChatGPT or Google in our times. Everything is interesting. Project करने को बोला तो ChatGPT भाई करने वाला है project. But challenging is what? Prompt, no. Project will be the same. More or less same. है ना? So it is interesting and challenging. Now what do you do then? What do you do? We create one more GPT. Modify the prompt. We have to understand the language that we talk to the AI. Yeah? We'll talk about it. Great. So we are in the age of, what is this? Really smart batch, ma'am. Say. Yes, what else? Certainty, okay. Complexity, okay. And? Ambiguity. ये वाला smart है, ये वाला group smart है. यहाँ से कोई आंसर नहीं आ रहे हैं. But, sorry. What is this? सुना क्या नहीं? आंसर है वहां पर ChatGPT जैसे. What is Bani? So some smart guy, I don't remember his name, he made it more complex, made VUCA more complex, imagine. Yeah? So we're talking about Bani, brittle, anxious, non-linear, and that last word is very difficult to pronounce, frankly speaking. So, what are we trying to say? That it's not a very certain environment, right? Future is not going to be very certain. तो फिर इधर क्यों आया? Why are we in Balaji Institute? I like that word. Who's this? Now this side is getting smarter. ये competition नहीं है, या competition है. Great. What is this image? World War 1, 2. Decide कर, एक या दो. 2. हमने से 2 और हमने से 1. चलो. We'll take it as 2. This is World War II, imagine. So VUCA was then also, right? VUCA was then also? आज भी है, तो क्या फर्क पड़ने वाला है? They also had the same problems. Uncertainty, ambiguity, कहाँ जाना है, क्या जाना है, वहाँ पर तो गूगल में नहीं था. Suddenly the enemy person stands and shoots at you, gone. So that time also there was an VUCA. And VUCA is, sorry. So VUCA is going to stay. We'll cover it in the next slide. Why? Because pace of change is accelerating. And believe me, this slide I used 10 years back. Don't get me wrong. The relevance of this slide still exists today. And it's getting faster. Pace of change is accelerating. We are probably been the fortunate side where change was not so fast. Yes, sir? Now it is moving faster. How often do you change your phone? Or upgrade your phone, sorry. Change your phone. 2 years, 3 years? My last phone was 5 years. Somebody said 1 year also here. 8 years. 5 years. So the rate of change is accelerating. The way you are, I'm not asking, but how many times we change our wardrobe? How fast? How many times you go to the sale? You know, I went with my son to buy something for him, and the shopkeeper was like my age or little more. And then my son was making a fuss out of ये नहीं चाहिए वो. So he said, you know, भाई जो मिल रहा वो ले ले. मुझे सिर्फ दिवाली दशहरे को 2 कपड़े मिलते थे. है ना? So of course we are not saying that that is the era we should stay, but let us be cognizant that the rate of pace is accelerating. Today, whatever technology is coming is going to be irrelevant in some time. Yeah? Chat GPT, not even 1 year or probably 1 year. 3, 3.5 and 4. We'll talk about it. Customers in today's era are much more in control of their shopping experience, and they know they can dictate the shopping experience. Agree? How? Mm-hmm. So what has changed? From? Okay. See, nothing is wrong. Okay. Where? Market. What about your fingertips? When I was in your college, in my college those days, I had to go to the store. Today I can order from my phone. Correct? So I can dictate the terms. मुझे ये rate में नहीं चाहिए, मुझे discount चाहिए. I'm getting it at a cheaper rate in that online store. So what happens? How does it impact the organizations and us ultimately when we work with organizations? Yes, but what do we update? Yes. I like this section. Give yourself a big round of applause. So you have to change your approach. And to change your approach or to change your mindset, the way you think. Because the experience is moved from a vendor to the customer. I thought somebody will give me a classic example of that guy who brought what? Coffee sitting at Starbucks at 50%. Can you imagine that? वो भी Zomato को लगा धक्के में. I mean, that's a crazy idea. Taking the best out of technology and the scenarios available to you. I can't think of anything crazy than that. He is dictating. He is sitting in Starbucks and ordering for a Starbucks coffee. 50% less. Who's paying for this? 50% discount. App. Which company? Yeah. So they have to start thinking. They have to put jammers in Starbucks for Zomato. The way you think is different. It can happen again. How do you know? हो सकता है ना? So, sweeping global forces are reshaping the workplace, the workforce, and the work itself. Whatever is happening in the environment, technology change, people movement, all the thought process is changing the workplace and the work itself. We've seen in the pandemic, everybody went on work from home. Yeah? Then the workplace changed. Same thing what you were delivering from office happens from home. Of course, now it's reversing. But so what do we do with this changing trends? If we don't keep updated and change our mindset and approach, we will be away from the competition. Yeah? So you have to keep updating, adapting, changing our thought process. Otherwise, you will be left behind. गाड़ी छूट जाएगी. हाँ कि नहीं? Don't get so serious here, guys. I got solutions for you also. Otherwise, I'll be like, क्या है? अभी तो college join किया, अभी तो भगा रहे हैं. What is this? Common, known, unknown. This is what McKinsey and company is saying. This is of course about a year old. These many technological changes are there which will change the way we work, or we will have to work. Yeah? Advanced robotics, cloud technology, IoT, energy storage, renewable energy. So we have to start thinking differently. So, VUCA or Bani is here to stay. So that is the bad news. And the good news is, so are the opportunities and challenges. Right? So we saw the picture. World War also there was VUCA and of course Bani may not be there. But VUCA was there. VUCA is there and VUCA will stay. But that will generate more opportunities. Yeah, any questions, thoughts? I'm here to learn, don't remember that. अभी तक तो कुछ सीखा नहीं. बस हो गया? चलें? Thank you very much. अरे शांति हो गई सब. Okay. So these are some facts so that you feel recharged. By 2030, there is going to be 85 million jobs that will be deficit as per Conferry. Conferry says by 2030, there will be a deficit of skilled workforce to the tune of about 85 million, which will impact, if they don't get skilled people, it will impact about $8.5 trillion. Is it good news, bad news? Huh? How? Very good news. Okay. Where is the very good news? सीखने को मिल रहा है. Okay. Sure. उसके बाद क्या होगा? Skilled people है नहीं बोल रहे ना. हाँ. You are the skilled workers. Okay. Hold on. 5 minutes रुक सिर्फ. No, I'm liking this. Please. What is anybody is agreeing to him or disagreeing to him? Here, guys. They are leading, huh? By the way, somebody's. Okay. So, can you give some examples? Brilliant. तो क्या करना पड़ेगा उसके लिए? Stick. Okay. Yes. Yes. Good answer. Anybody else wants to say that it is good news or not good news? अरे हाँ तो ना गुड न्यूज है कि नहीं? यस. क्यों गुड न्यूज है फिर? Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Right. So what will the 99 have to do?
Probably to find other opportunities, probably find a new opportunities in other fields. Because other you find the manager turn out to be software engineer, that is happening in current trend.
Okay.
So now the software engineer has to be follow the same, do finding a different field because because if you go follow the US or Euro trend, they actually don't depend on the degrees. They actually do study on the every perspective. Accordingly, they get the job.
Okay.
So India has to follow the same.
Sure. I'll answer your question, the point a little later. But just to give you this facts. So for me, if you ask me, if I look at it, it's a very good news, especially for people sitting all out here and your generation. Because by that time, I don't know whether I'll be, where I'll be. Anyways. And the percentage gap in the deficit is increasing. 2020, they had said 3%, which is now going to go to 2025 next year, 6%, and 2030 is going to be 11%. That's a huge percent gap that I see as an opportunity for all of you. Yeah. So the only way to do this is what we already said there, right? Bridge the skill gap. How do I do that? Learn new things. Upskilling. Okay. I liked. Unlearn. Learn, unlearn, and relearn. How do you unlearn? Shh, this is very important, guys. Can you give an example? Give me day to day, मतलब रोज का, हाँ. Yeah. Okay. Good. Anybody else can give us example? Okay. Yeah. Nice. I like this section. Wow. Somebody give a round of applause. Anybody this side? Day-to-day experience. Yes.
So whatever we are aiming on, we
Uh-huh.
should first do the research about it. Like
Okay.
what are the skill sets required for that, and then work on those.
So I'm only referring to learn, unlearn. How do you unlearn?
So the most important thing is first you should know what you are targeting, and you should also focus on what you know about it, and then rectify if you are right about it or not.
Absolutely right. My answer to this is simply stop doing what you are doing. Okay. And day-to-day example for me, because I like driving. When I started driving, I used to use the manual gears. Today I have an automatic. I cannot shift my gears in the automatic, right? So I simply stop shifting the gears. Somebody else that the car is doing for me. So there also there is augmentation. Whatever you were doing manually earlier days, now the car is doing for you. Yeah? So yeah, that's also a small example of unlearning. So simple ways, stop doing what you were doing because there is a better way of doing it. Or there is an enhanced tool available to you. Now doesn't mean that from Google you go to ChatGPT. You know, ChatGPT is better than Google. Google you have to go to the links. It will give you some 3,000 line items. ChatGPT will at least listen to you. But don't copy paste. That's a classic thing that I get even in office. All the emails come from ChatGPT. What they forget is that we are also used to ChatGPT. At least font to change karo uska. है ना? Okay. So, like I said, upskilling and reskilling is the mantra, and that's applicable to even somebody like me. If I don't reskill, upskill, unlearn whatever I've learned, I cannot perform effectively. I can perform, but can I perform effectively or efficiently? No. Right? If I were dealing with people or I was doing recruitment the way I was doing 10 years back, now, imagine me posting an ad in the newspaper for a vacancy. Can it happen? Some places it happens, but in the cities we don't use newspapers for advertisements, right? You have to use social media or better tools and devices. But this is also happening, right? This is the reality. Agree or no? Yeah? हो रहा है? What does this mean? When you say agree means you are not learning, is what you are saying. अरे भाई, इतना शांति क्यों? A big question mark. You are dependent on for the output. And machines are dependent on whom? Your command. But if you are going to be busy on the phones, what command will you give? Right? Because even now I can see some of you all are on the phones. It's okay to be. But when is the learning going to happen? You can come back and tell me my learning is on the mobile, LMS or LinkedIn. But is there learning really happening when you're on the mobile? I will leave that question here for you all to answer for each of you all. What am I learning and how am I learning? I laughed at this, but I realized it's a reality. Yeah, so we have to get into a discipline, we have to get into a mode that what is getting added, what value is getting added to me, whatever I do on the devices or anytime. I'm saying. Even when I'm talking, that's why I said I am here to learn. If your learning stops, then you're like a flat ECG, as good as. So learning has to be continuous. And I like the way she said, learn, unlearn and relearn. So whatever you learned in the school and colleges, you have to unlearn certain things, relearn certain different things. Yeah? The need for reskilling, probably this is, somebody can read out? Somebody's got a mic here?
The need for reskilling. The job market is undergoing significant changes. Many jobs today may become obsolete in the coming years. Need for individuals to acquire new skills and adapt to emerging trends.
You all agree? Why? We talked about all this, right? Job market is undergoing significant change. The workplace is changing. The work itself is changing. We heard about the guy who ordered the coffee at Starbucks. Many jobs today becomes obsolete in the coming years. So today I can say that in our organization, at least 10 years back or 7 years back, we used to have executive assistants. Today the role has changed. Some of them have don't exist, but some of them are there, and their role has changed where they are doing dual roles, along with being executive assistant to some of our senior directors. They have roles like marketing or project management, etc. So there is no specifically full-fledged EA role as such. So the need for individuals to acquire, adapt to the emerging trends. Advantages, somebody can read?
Advantages for individuals, it leads to improved employability, career advancement, personal growth. For organization, it fosters innovation, increases productivity, enhances competitiveness in the market.
So we understand, right? We talked about 85 million jobs going to be available, and if we do reskilling, upskilling, then our possibility of getting employed, our possibility of getting a promotion or career advancement, or our own personal growth and aspiration, to answer your question. Yeah? So it's not an disadvantage. Disadvantage is for people who don't want to upskill. And I know of at least 100 of them who don't want to. They don't want to upskill. And it's fine, it's a choice. Right? We make a lot of choices. Last session that I was doing at one college, and one of the speakers said, you know what's between B and D? B is the birth and D is the death. What is there between B and C? उसके पहले क्या है? B के बाद क्या है? C, career. Is it in your hands? Birth is in your hands? So is the death. What is in your hands? What else? Choices. I like that. Every choice you make is what will lead you to your aspired goals. So your choice of coming to Balaji is a stepping stone to achieve your aspirations. Your choice to attentively listen to me, I'm being very selfish, right? Is a choice for you to listen to something, learn something. Your choice to answer is also something that you want to share with the world, with your college mates. C also means comfort. Am I in my comfort zone or am I out of my comfort zone? C is also about challenges. C is also about courage. Do I take the courage to answer? Do I take the courage to answer or respond to people? Yep. Sorry. So coming back to, I like to just speak. One simple thing to the other. Is this simple or complicated? Huh? Can you make some sense? Okay, tell me. So let's see how many answers I get. Come on. And the balcony. Come on. Here's the time for you. Say. Oh, these are all the things that are going on in the environment today. Right? Nothing is going to be coming in paragraph or lines like I shared in the previous slide. This is how the world is going to be going forward. And if this is not complex, sorry. So there's another slide which I'll show it to you. So this is how things are going to be. This is all AI, technology, what we are going to get into, right? But there is an answer. There's an answer that I have thought of, and I want to share with you that what is it that you need to, we talked about what are the skills we have to enhance, what are the skills that we feel that are going to be for the future, right? Any guesses? Sorry?
Web3.
Web3, okay. Remember, all are right answers. All answers are right. Any guesses? Data analyst, okay? Yes, that's right. Gen AI, that's right. और कुछ? Power BI. Worldwide connections. Very nice. Anything this side? Prompt engineering. Wow. और कुछ यहाँ पर? Innovation, yes. Innovation has to be there every time. Machine learning. Wow. Digital marketing. Power BI. +1. Digital security, cyber security. Visionary, yes. Leadership. Data security, okay. Do you think all this falls into this? So anything to do with digital literacy is something that you have to choose. And if this is something of your choice or you're passionate about, get into it while you're doing your course. Find out on the net, there are, I think, more than 1,000 courses available on this. Get into upgrading yourself on digital literacy. Other one is critical thinking. Problem solving approach. Thinking out of the box. Providing solutions. You will have to be different. You will have to be, by using ChatGPT, you cannot be different. You have to start thinking. ChatGPT does not think. It only collects, copies data from different, right? That's what, that's the understanding we all have. You know? So we have to have our own understanding first. Thereby we will be able to bring in the approach. And to have the understanding, we have to enhance our knowledge and skills. Augmented learning or working. We have to get used to working with bots. There was another term that is known as earlier, cobots. Working with bots, cobots. So we all need to start working with the aid of technology. If we say that there is competition, है हमारा तो होने वाला नहीं है. We have to. They are not in competition with us. Let us be clear, because they don't have feelings. We have created them. So it's up to us. How do we enable ourselves to use them effectively and efficiently? And anybody in this domain wants to move into renewable energy, sustainability, somebody to work with bringing back nature, revitalizing the earth, all these things, get into those. Those are the areas that will be the future. Any questions? No? Answers मिल गए? खत्म हो गया? नहीं? So quickly I will run this. This is available on the net, but I thought I'll just put it for you. Jobs for future, AI ethicist, data privacy, robotics programming, AI trainer, automation systems manager, so on and so forth. And from anybody who wants to do specifically HR, here's the list. Sorry, others I couldn't, gather other data points, but you are no more going to be a HRBP, TA. You need to be a specialist going forward, right? So start bringing those added knowledges, skills to yourself if you want to venture into HR. The first slide was not enough confusing. I have bought one more slide for confusing. Yeah? So think that it is you there standing, and what do I take? Where do I go? How do I go? While we're thinking, I'll give you all answers. We'll give. What do I do? Which way do I go? How do I do this? Yes, I like that. Did you read my slide by chance? Did you go through my presentation before this? Sure, na? Okay. But that's the way it is. Yeah? So anybody has got any points to share on this? Wow, that's like deep. I like it. Very important. Anybody else wants to go deeper? Experience is important before? Yes. I agree to that, for sure. Before you decide whether you want to have a cheese pizza or a other pizza, you have to taste both, right? I like that. Bang on. Follow your passion. Anybody else? Hanji, I like. Explore the things you like. Yes. Can you elaborate on that exploit part for me learning? So you are saying that explore, research karo, uske baad go deep inside. Nice. Wow. Curiosity. तुम लोग सब लोग मेरा who got my PPT? Where is that? You want to say something? Yeah, बोल लो. Nothing is wrong. Everything is right. Any more? Yes. Wow. But I like it. So there is an answer, and I must. Yeah, sorry. True. Very important. Individual and then team learning. Yeah, otherwise you'll get lost in the floods. Right. True. Who all at home? If I can ask this question. Who all at home? घर में कौन कौन है? फैमिली में कौन कौन है? यंगर सिबलिंग. घर में मैनेज कौन करता है? फादर और यंगर सिबलिंग? Where has she learned from? But reality is that, right? She throws tantrums. Because I know I'm the youngest in the family. Yes, yes.
Sir, we can explore and experiment with the things we are not comfortable with.
Oh, I like that. Super. Super se bhi upar. Get out of your comfort zone. Try out new things. Be a critical thinker. Yes. Please write these notes. ये बहुत invaluable चीज़ है. Yes. Oh, I'll just modify that. Learn from other people's mistakes.
Sir.
My God, you're going to take me beyond 60 minutes.
Sir, here. Sir, here. Sir.
Sorry.
Sir, identifying the thin line between planning and procrastination.
Planning के बाद planning और procrastinating नहीं होता है. या तो planning होता है तो procrastination.
Yes, sir, that's what I was saying.
या तो यह हो सकता है.
That thin line.
Sophisticated is planning the procrastination.
No, sir, there is.
I learned something new today. It's okay, but I like your point. Yes, you have to, not procrastinate because you will be there missing the bus, right? Decide करो, plan करो, आगे चलो. आगे चले हम? Okay. Otherwise, I will miss the bus. Okay. So, how many of you all have? Okay. What is your objective of coming to Balaji? Huh? Networking, professional, knowledge, what else? Placement. Oh, yeah. Startup, okay. Or leadership. Wow. Okay, super. I like the energy in the group. How many of you all have got, sir, how much time I have? I can go on. How many of you all have goals? Not football mein, huh? Self goals, individual goals. Can anybody share what are their goals? Yeah, wow. I like this. Bol de. Wow. If time permits, we will sing. Otherwise, you have other occasions to sing for them. Please.
Sir, by 25, I want to complete my studies and after that get married and start my startup by 30 and by 40 get retirement. Thank you.
I'll come to you. But remember, the goal that I'm talking about is something definition of goal is something that you cannot achieve. Easily.
I don't want to achieve basically this.
Easily, right? Getting married is easily, right?
That's the toughest thing.
But I like the clarity you have. Yes, please. Wow. Short term, long term.
Sir, dream billionaire.
थोड़ा explain करेगा? Remember, I want to learn here. Okay. So
Sir, within the age 35 to 40, I want to be a billionaire.
wow. All the best. Once you become billionaire, don't forget me. Anybody else want to share?
Sir, I want to do social work for children.
Wow. You know what? Guys, give her a clap here. Come on. You know, I feel so backward hearing your goals because, you know, this is my story, okay? My goals were not set till the time I went for an interview at Forbes Marshall. Okay, so my story goes, I have been selected and I have to go for a final round with the director of Forbes Marshall. That time Rati Forbes was the director HR. And I go and tell, and she asks, very sweet lady, she asks a couple of questions and I answer properly right. And then she asked me this, George, after 10 years, where would you see yourself? And without thinking, I want to be the HR manager. And she said very sweetly, yes. Thank you. What do I interpret with that? She said, okay, George, I'm done. We'll get back to you. And as I'm walking out, I'm thinking, blunder to nahi kar diya? Kuch zyada nahi bol diya maine? Right? And I'm talking about 1995. 1995, to become an HR manager, you had to do at least 15 years service. And I'm now sitting at the couch and I'm thinking, what did I do? Chance gala diya kya? And then the manager came, who's my boss now, and he said, George, I think it is a positive response, but we will take 2 more days. So it's like 50-50. Then it clicked to me that what did I say is a goal that I set for myself. Right? And of course, I got selected, I joined Forbes Marshall and the journey began. And in between I kind of lost track of my goal. After 5 years, certain changes happened in the structure. And suddenly it struck me that what did I say to Rati Forbes? Because I would interact with Rati Forbes almost every week on different aspects. And something happened and it struck me again that I had kind of said this statement and that was a goal for myself. And of course, by 2006, I got the job, I was HR manager. Now why I'm telling you this is like you all said, if you have a passion and you decide on the goal, you have to be absolutely disciplined and aligned to make it happen. And I can just borrow that line from Shah Rukh Khan's movie. Which is that? Somebody can... Puri Shiddat so kya hai wo? Can somebody... I'm not very good at dialogue bazi. Can somebody... Oh, she got scared, yaar. Mic de do bhai usko. Shah Rukh Khan aa gaya. Bhai, take one. बोल दे भाई बोल दे नहीं है? Anybody can help me with the dialogue? हाँ, बोलो. अरे माइक दे दो भाई उसको.
अगर किसी चीज को पूरी शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसे तुमसे मिलाने में लग जाती है.
ये तालियां. So what it means simple is law of attraction. Okay.
Hello.
Guys. Okay. We have to finish.
हेलो. किसी चीज को अगर शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उस
एको बोल.
शांत.
ओम शांति. हाँ.
किसी चीज को अगर शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसे तुमसे मिलाने में की साजिश में लग जाती है.
Wow. Thank you for repeating that. So what I'm trying to say is that is law of attraction. You wish for something with all your earnest heart. पूरी शिद्दत से मांग लो तो पूरी कायनात, right? The entire universe conspires to work towards. Now, why I'm saying is, to do all this, the answer is having a goal. Okay, and I'll give you my definition of what is a goal. Okay, goal, dream big. Dream big such that you are not able to have sound sleep. I was attending a program and this facilitator seemed, happened to be a Navy guy, commander of a submarine, and he said, your goal should be such that आपकी बत्ती लग जाए. Means they are like as good as impossible. And he told me that one of my goals was to climb the Mount Everest, and he did that. So that is the definition of goals. And I'm not saying that ordinary nahi hone chahiye, but something that is out of your reach. Right? You can have short-term goals like you said, but look at something that you feel, get out of your comfort zone and see what you can achieve much more than that. Right? Out of the box, you have to be always. Out of the box also means out of your comfort zone. Somebody said that. Out of the box means thinking differently. Out of the box means bringing a different mindset. Yep. This is my favorite, the 3 A's. Yep. Be aware of yourself. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of the environment. Be aware of your strengths and your areas of improvement. Yeah? Being aware, you have to accept them also. Certain things you can't change in life. Take it with a pinch of salt. Accept them. And once you accept them, actioning on them. Yeah? Act. So, be aware, act, aware, accept and act. Learn, live and leverage. Learn, unlearn, relearn. Live for the moment, live for the future. Live for the people that are the most dearest to you. Leverage everything that is available. You come to Balaji, leverage the people, the professors, the teachers, the staff, all your friends, leverage them for whatever you can learn from them. If you shy away, you are the loser. Yeah? And then S is sustain the 4. And the most important part after this is another G for me is be grateful, be thankful for what you are. Be thankful, be grateful for what you are. Be grateful, be thankful for all the people who have worked towards making you come here and sit here at Balaji. Be grateful to your parents. If you call them today, rather you should call them today and say that I love you and thank you for making me what I am today. Be thankful to the people whom you care. Okay? Be thankful to yourself also. Because there will be at least, and if you go and ask sir, there would be at least 100 plus people who have not got admissions because of XYZ reasons. So be thankful that you've got an opportunity to be here, to live your dreams, to achieve your dreams. Well, I'm almost at the end of my session. So, change is constant. If you want to thrive, you are going to have to learn to adapt and adapt again and again. Yeah, so if you want to change, if you want to grow, you have to be doing learn and to adapt again and again. And I will quote Charles Darwin. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the intelligent that survives. It is the one that is most adaptable to change. Right? So if you want to survive and thrive, you will have to keep adapting, learning, unlearning, relearning. Thank you very much. I am open for any questions now.
The house is now open for question and answers.
By the way, it is 63 minutes. So give yourself a big applause. So you can ask your questions, please.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
My name is Rushikesh Anil Kothari from BITM, specializing in finance. My question is, today's world is very dynamic. There is every day new innovation is happening.
Yes.
In every field, in finance, HR, marketing, whichever field you take, there is new innovation is happening every day. As a HR person, how you integrate what, integrate your organization, what steps you follow, because some employees are not acceptable to things which are new.
Yeah. So, if you remember what I said, the C, there is a choice, there is a compulsion. Yeah. So sometimes we, rather most of the time we'll exhibit choice. We will also kind of do counseling, but sometimes we'll have to use the other one. We will have to say, this is the way it is to be done, right? And very rarely that I have come across a situation where I had to kind of, force upon some decision on an individual, because most of the time we are able to either help the person understand or make him or her, realize that only when you change and adapt to new situations can you grow, right? So if you don't do that, then there are always these implications, right? Like one of the things that I read or heard in the IT nowadays is that people are asking them to come back to office, right? Work from home is not there anymore. And people are now saying that no, we are in the comfort zone and we are comfortable working from home. We can provide the same kind of, but organizations are feeling no, they can be better, more effective at office. And to make a win-win situation, they have said that, okay, fine, you work from home, but you will not be considered for promotion. Now, whether that is right, not right, I'm not going to make a statement here. But there are implications of whatever choices you make. So what happens is that when the productivity gets impacted, performance will get impacted, correct? When performance is not up to the mark, what happens? You don't get your annual increments, probably. And fortunately, I have not come across a situation where, in spite of, there has been, I don't remember doing any compulsion as such, but I have heard of people that they are then left to themselves. Okay. So it's a choice that we all have, whether we want to adapt ourselves and learn new so that we are able to grow and enhance our or achieve our aspirations. Same thing applies to all of us here. Yeah. Thank you for the question.
Sir, I am a student manager, Vidit Jain from Marketing 3, BIMM. So, sir, my question is reskilling and upskilling enough to be employable?
Yes, reskilling, upskilling is, I would say it will, take you to the level that at least will at least make you aware that you have to upskill yourself, right? Now the point is, are you upskilling on the skills that are required for the future, right? If you are not guided properly, then it can be a challenge. But I think we are all smart enough to understand which way the world is moving and accordingly take that path, right? We rarely would want to probably travel on to roads less travel, but it's got its own risks and benefits, right? But then definitely, if you have to grow, thrive and aspire for or achieve your aspirations, I think the way to do is reskill and upskill yourself. Yeah?
Hello. Good evening, sir. My name is Tanmay, and as you mentioned, future skills, critical thinking. So, how we as student can enhance our critical thinking as of now?
Okay. If you go back to the slide, there are three aspects of the critical thinking, right? There's a problem, there is a thinking, there is a solution. It's made very simple. There is a problem, you think through and you provide a solution. Now, it is not so easy. You understand the problem, you understand the situation that is there, right? You think through. Now, we talked about the O on the goals, out of the box. And your thinking, your solution has to be out of the box. It cannot be the same as what other people are giving. So how do you become the differentiator? Is by enhancing your skills first of all, right? Other one is then go and see. Probably you can also do a research and see what are the other things available, and then based on that provide the solution. So it's not like A is equal to B and B is equal to C. Understand this problem, put your experience, put your knowledge, your skills into that, bring in your own out of the box thinking, and then provide the solution. I hope that has. Yeah?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. This is Shubham Kulkarni, and I'm from BIMM Finance. Sir, as you said, those things, what you want, and always manifest your goals. But, sir, on the other hand, what to do and how to cope up with if you didn't get those things and those goals?
Okay. So my experience again, if you have your goals, I didn't cover it earlier, but thanks for bringing this up. If you have a goal, share it with somebody. somebody who will help you to achieve your goals. Right? It's like this. When you say that I want to go to the gym, you go and tell, at least put on the status, I've gone to the gym. Or you'll tell at least your friend that I have started gym, can you come along with me also? So what happens? Your goal is now complemented or supported by somebody. So if you have goals, don't keep it to yourself. Find a person that will help you. Find a mentor, find a coach who will help you to achieve those goals. Because don't think that you can do everything by yourself. So find somebody who will help you to achieve your goal. First of all, when you have somebody, bounce off that goal with the person and say whether that is realistic. Yeah?
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Here, sir. My name is Kunal Gupta, Junior Student Manager at BIMHRD. So my question is, how AI tools can help us in terms of placements? Can you provide some tools or examples?
Okay. No, sorry, jokes apart, but placement के लिए तो you'll have to again upskill and reskill. उसके लिए कोई AI tool नहीं है अब तक. But you're giving me ideas now. And on a serious note, when it comes to placement, look at it yourself. How? Because if you have to survive, you have to adapt. Right? As human beings, if you've read anybody's read the book Sapiens, we are the only one species that survived. Right? And our existence is basic survival. And when it means survival means I have to compete with so many other people. So you have to be, so thanks for bringing this part. When you learn, you have to ask yourself, am I a different version of myself? We talked about mobile phones version upgrade. Do we ask ourselves, am I a different version of myself? And if the answer is no, ask yourself why. Am I a different version of myself last week, last month, last year? And how am I going to be a different version of myself next tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, 5 saal baad? And if that answer is not there, because remember this, every level in your life will have to be a different version of you. You cannot behave like school children here. Very small answer, example. Can you behave like small children, like when you went to school? We can, in certain aspects we can. But you are expected to do your homework or your lessons or your projects by yourself. Nobody is going to sit on your head and say, boss. So you have to have you are required to be a different version of yourself every different level in your life. So thanks for triggering that. So when you come to campus placements, you have to see, am I the best version of myself? Am I the best version of myself? Where all the companies are coming who can pick me up. When we go to the mobile shop, what do? Do we take the best version? Yes? So the same thing will be applied by the companies that come. They will pick the best version of people around. So I give you the AI tool now. Yes?
Sir? On your right.
Ladies first.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry for that, but she was already...
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
It's working.
Sir, you would have faced a lot of challenges in your career, right? So I want you to explain with an example how you go about it, what were your thoughts, and like how you adapt it.
Challenges. So there have been challenges, and of course everybody faces challenges, and one of my challenges that I can say is, today I'm speaking here so confidently. Even after my post-graduation, I couldn't stand up and make a presentation. Okay, so one fine day, my boss realized that this is a problem with me. He said, George, I'm taking a presentation. Please come and attend. I went, and I was sitting there, and we were waiting for him. Those days, there were no mobiles. And there are people waiting there for the session to happen. Then he sent through somebody a note saying that I'm stuck in the meeting. George, please start the meeting. Please start the presentation. And that poor guy, not really poor, he came and announced that, George, Bobby ने तुमको बोला है session start करने को. That was my challenge. And I had to overcome to save my pride and my ego. I had to start the session. From that day, thanks to my boss, that I was able to speak, and today I can speak to all of you all, thanks to him. Why I give this example is, these are all binary challenges, but there could be more complex ones. Most of the time, challenges are binary. You have to just take a step forward. Anyways, you take a step, there will be something that will happen. You don't take a step, something will happen. Choice is yours whether you want to take the step and make it happen and see what happens. Like you'll have taken admissions in Balaji. There will be sleepless nights. है ना sir? So you have to complete projects. ऐसा नहीं कि बहुत आसानी होगी. अभी लेके देखो ना फिर आगे चले. I hope I answered. Little roundabout way, but I thought would be the right example too.
We are about to close the house with one last question.
Sir, I'm Namira Khanam from BIMM HR. So my question is, as we evolve on everyday basis, we learn new things on every day. But it is very important to self-introspect that how much we have evolved sometime. So what can be done to check how much we have gained and we are on the right track or not?
Okay. You know, this is like asking how much weight I have gained. There's a measuring, there's a weighing scale. But it's a very good question. And you know, one of the ways that I used to do, of course, little later in my career, is typically I would look at, and even I do it now, you know, more not so often. But one of the things that I do is, in a day, what are the activities that I have been doing, right? Ask yourself whether those activities are adding value to myself. Okay. After about, let's say, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 1 month, whatever, and you've forgotten, then do after a quarter, look at the list of activities that you're doing now, right? And see whether there is any improvement in the way that you're doing things, or the list of activities that you're doing. I thought that is, when I do coaching, I also do coaching for managers and people. I give them this task. And you know, you'll be amazed to understand that, of course, I ask them to, it'll be too early for you all to say, do this, but I ask them to categorize them into 3 aspects: transactional, tactical, and strategic. And most of the time, 90% of the time, they will be doing only transactional activities. Right? So for you all to start off, look at the things that, now, first of all, since you asked this question, your North Pole or the North Star has to be your goal. How am I going to reach that North Star or the North Pole? Don't look at my finger, this is not the North Pole. But break that North Pole into like she said, sub goals. and look at that whether, so that's another parallel activity that you can do. See whether how close you come to those sub goals. Because you can't, for sure you can't be clear, right, that you will be able to achieve one shot. You have to make different, just like GPS, we all use Google, right? It will show you where you are. What are the areas that you will be passing through? If you're going from here to Bombay, you will be passing through Lonavala and Khandala and Khopoli and all these things, right? You won't reach Nashik.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. I hope I have been able to add some value and some thoughts, triggered some thoughts in you, right? My only request to you is two things. As I said, in the evening when you call your parents, do say I love you and thank you for whatever they have done for you. Also, start looking at yourself. Am I a different version of what I was? And I hope you all were a different version of yourself before the session and after the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. May I now call upon Student Manager Web of Bansode to put forward the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. I am Web of Bansode, Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Technology and Management, Sri Balaji University, Pune. I am truly honored to extend my heartfelt appreciation to our distinguished guest of honor, Mr. George Cardoz, for gracing us with your presence. Your insightful perspectives have broadened our understanding and inspired us to think more critically and innovatively. We express our deepest gratitude for your invaluable contribution in shaping the minds of future leaders. Allow me to underscore the salient insights from the enlightening session. Your mantra of upskilling and reskilling, we have to upskill and reskill according to the trends. VUCA or BANI is here to stay, so as the challenges and opportunities. Emphasis on digital literacy, sustainability skills are important. Sir, we have noted in our hearts, nothing is right or wrong, it is the perspectives we carry, a quote by you. Thank you so much.
May I now invite our student managers, Mr. Arun Kumar and Ms. Priyanshi Dhakar, to felicitate our guest of honor with token of appreciation. Thank you, everyone, and have a great evening.
सर अमर सर फोटोग्राफ स्टूडेंट के साथ
You all have been the most energetic crowd, so I would like to remember this. And I'd like to take a photo with all of you all in the background.